Welcome, this is part 2 of our Greenfield Village adventure. All right, Henry Ford was born and raised in this farmhouse. Henry Ford's boyhood home. All right, so he left here at 16 years old. His boyhood home until he was 16. He sent people around looking for stuff to help put the house together the way he remembered it. Lydia, do you think if we ever got famous, people would want to see our house where we were born?
What are you yelling about?
Was I yelling? Kid playtime.
So carpet keeps everything a little smoothed over. Yeah.
Found the kitchen.
Down the kitchen? The dining room? Oh, they got nice silverware. Yeah, I remember. We don't need that story. It's another bedroom. George Washington. Do you want to live Henry Ford's boyhood home?
It's nice.
Nice.
It's nice. They have nice carpets.
You can smell that fire. This is... He's got a huge house, man. It's big.
We'll get a Band-Aid, okay?
Such a cool place, guys. Stover Windmill. William Ford, Henry's father, learned about the Stover windmills during a trip. 1876, United States Continental Exposition in Philadelphia. At the time, the Stover Company sold more windmills than any other manufacturer in the country. Henry Ford Theater.
And it's 7 minutes long.
Road to a Dream.
All told, there were over 15 million Model Ts produced. It became the universal car that would change the world. From
Taking a break.
Spain, the first car many people laid eyes on was the Model T.
Model T.
English word many people learned was Ford. Henry Ford, the man who became American cultural and inspiration for millions. He came from ordinary beginnings. He lived an extraordinary life. Henry was born to William Ford, an Irish immigrant, and his wife Mary. The date, July 30th, 1863, was days after the
7-minute video. We didn't make it through it, but very interesting. You can always just type it in and search that stuff on YouTube, right? Where he built his old sketches. Little trap door action here. So this is where he built the first car in a shed. It's got a hole in the wall. That's cool. Come on, Milo. He's got bikes. And his first little car.
No, bye.
Wheels. This is where you get on the cars and stuff. We are not doing those. It was like $100 on top of the membership, I think, to ride around on the cars. All right, the recreation of the Ford Motor Company factory. Got old-timey traffic happening. Oh, here's all the people. All right, let's go see what the old assembly line looks like. All right. This is where the first assembly line. Milo. That's the last Model T right there, right? Steam engines. What? There's famous people in here.
Seeing all those Monte Keys on the road and proves that we did exactly what we planned to do.
What was that, Mr. Wells?
Well, it created a reliable, efficient, sturdy car that was reasonably priced. And we had to make sure that it could handle all types of terrain. You have to remember, Mr. Dunbar, in the early 1900s, less than 10% of the roads were paved.
But you had so much competition when you were starting. Why did the Tin Lizzie take off when so many others just floundered?
You were alone.
What?
You should have had a look. You see, there's a combination of factors that made Model T so successful. Now, for example, we used a new type of metal called vanadium steel for the chassis. It was lightweight, twice as strong as all the steel that our competitors do.
Man, her body was lifted high off the road then.
And she had strong wheels and springs.
And she was light, barely weighed 1,200 pounds.
And she was beautiful with her simplicity.
Old schoolhouse. Henry Ford. All right, brothers.
Creating a vacuum above, so there's nothing there to hold it down. The wind that goes underneath, without the hump in the slide, begins to lift, just like the wind on the bottom of a kite. Now we know that the three things you need to get strings attached to this wing. When I put a little bit of air into the tunnel, you might see that little flap begin to tremble a bit, but not enough will be going over the top to create the vacuum to allow it to rise. When I put a lot of air in, the vacuum will be created and you will see that wing rise as if by magic. No wires, no strings, just air. A little bit of wind, no movement. Now, my friends, we always say they built the plane in this room, and that's absolutely true. I'm often asked, the plane was big. How'd they ever get it out the back door? back down the wall like Henry Ford did for his car.
Engineering change.
Okay. They would make full-sized sections. They would make full-sized sections as we see here. Now then they would test the section to make sure it worked the way they thought it needed to. As long as it did, they would take everything back apart. Every piece of wood, every piece of metal, every nut, bolt, and screw. Disassembled, packed into boxes, shipped off to Kitty Hawk, and then the next section built.
No cranking.
Built. They would go to Kitty Hawk, put it all together for the very first time, and there they flew. Now, in the other room, I mentioned that they took a lot what they knew from bikes and used what they knew from bikes to make the airplane. Things like the chain and sprocket that turned the wheels on their bikes. They used the exact same chain and sprocket assembly to turn the propellers on the airplane. The cross wires that helped brace the wings in between the wooden supports. On their original gliders that they were flying, those bracing wires were made of bicycle spoke wires. I'll ask that everyone look at the two big black metal frames that held the propellers. Folks, the propellers would have gone over here. This is the rear end of the plane. In your mind's eye, take the propeller off. Put a bicycle seat where the propeller was. Put wheels at either end, pedals over here, turn that frame up. It is almost identical to the frame of every bike out in front of the shop. The pilot would lie down on his stomach in the little wooden cradle that is closest to us. Can we all see, sticking up off the bottom wing, two pieces of wood at almost 90-degree angles? Mm-hmm. The pilot did not hold those pieces of wood to try to steer the plane. He would lay down on his stomach and put his hips in between those two pieces of wood. In the model in the middle room, you might have noticed the pilot was lying on the wing, holding onto the front of the wing with his right hand. His left hand went out over the front and held a stick. The stick controlled the two flaps that were out in front of the plane. Elevators, they were called, to help the plane go up and down. The stick did nothing to turn the plane. If the pilot wanted to turn, he would shift his hips in that little wooden cradle as if he were turning a bicycle. My friends, when we turn our bikes, we turn the handlebars, but we also lean into the turn just a little bit, shifting our hips on the bicycle seat to keep our balance. This is exactly how they turned that airplane. Can we all see the little wooden box to the back of the wing? It has a bar of wood going across the top. That is where the pilot would put his feet. Now, if the plane was going up, the pilot's toes were in front of the wooden bar. If the plane was coming down, the pilot put his toes behind the wooden bar. He would put his feet in those positions so his body didn't slide right off the open wing. He had no safety belt, no safety harness to hold him on. Folks, he didn't even have a parachute. And in their later experiments, they would often be 50 to 150 feet up off the ground, cruising along at 25 to 55 miles an hour with just those couple of pieces of wood keeping them from flying right off.
You're crazy.
Brave? You can say that. But brave? The older brother, Wilbur, actually wrote in his diary, "We probably should have been afraid." You think? But
No breaking there, buddy. Go.
guys are the actual machines that they used when they made the airplane. That's their drill, their saw, their lathe. Those three machines cut every piece of wood and almost every piece of metal that went into the world's first airplane. On the saw, there's a little plaque. On that plaque, a historic fact that to me is the most impressive thing in the building. As wonderful as the bikes and the bike parts that Orville Wright actually gave us are, as marvelous as the pictures and the models and all the stuff is, what's written on that plaque gives me goosebumps. Now I'm going to preface what's on the plaque and close my comments with this. For hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, going all the way back to Leonardo da Vinci, people were trying to design, build, and fly a machine that was heavier than air, not a gas-filled balloon. Powered by its own onboard engines, not just the wind, and controlled by a human who was on the machine, not on the ground with ropes and strings. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. In 1903, Wilbur and Orville Wright from Dayton, Ohio, succeeded. And then the plaque tells us that within 65 years of their first successful flight, less than one lifetime, we were walking on the moon. And folks, the tail end of that journey to the moon all started right here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you.
Very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
What's that?
Maybe
The Wright family house. Let's go in the Wright brothers' house. First in flight. Lots of people. You know whose house this is, Liddy?
That picture you're looking at on the wall there, the person you want to look at is in the lower left-hand corner, the woman with the dark print dress.
Yeah.
That is their daughter, Catherine.
Oh.
And that's her graduation, one of her graduation pictures from Oberlin College in Oberlin, Ohio.
Ah.
Those apparently are her classmates.
That picture was taken outside here or somewhere
No.
else?
No, it was 1903. We decorated that way because that's year Orville and Wilbur flew their airplane. When they would return to Dayton from Kitty Hawk, this is what they would step back into.
All right.
It would look just like this.
Very cool.
Very cool. That's good office.
There's the shed house.
What is it?
It's all tools. Heinz ketchup. It's a Heinz ketchup house. Hello. Get some coffee for the wife. We got jar candy, Pop Rocks.
Pull yourself up, ready to run the way over. Then while you're riding, please keep your feet down on or down toward the metal pegs. If you have a youngster with you who's not yet 42 inches...
By the carousel and stuff, they got a kid play area. This place looks really cool. But I came over here without the kids because I don't want to be stuck with them playing. Because it's like only open till like 5 o'clock. So we're like already running out of time. So I understand why a lot of people are doing the cars and stuff, but it's like there's like no time. There's so much to see. So much to see. So we haven't even seen Edison. We saw the Wright brothers' house, and we saw just saw the play area in the carousels. And there's a custard place over here. Saw the shirts in the gift shop. I would totally be down for that, but anyway, right, Main Street, USA. All right, I'm gonna get run over by a Model T. Frozen custard with a line.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah. No line.
I just want to get it.
They feed me. Feed me frozen custard.
I just want it.
Just want it. Yep. They said they got the shirts in the gift shop, so obviously it's pretty good. All right, what do we got here? Tintypes Studio, photographs, thin sheets.
First one in is right next.
Oh, this is where we take our fancy family photos.
Ooh.
Old-timey photos.
Yes, you are.
All right, sit like a lady. So what were they saying? This place was, huh?
This place is big.
This place is big.
This place is really big. This
All
place is
right.
very big.
So he's saying that this influenced Walt Disney? Is that what they were saying?
Is that what they said?
I think so.
Oh.
So
Well, I
Walt
can see
Disney,
why.
yeah. So this is like
For like,
what gave him the ideas
for Liberty Street.
for Liberty Street and stuff. I think. If I'm wrong, I'll delete it, but I think that's correct because he's been collecting this stuff. Or Henry Ford has been collecting this stuff forever. All his childhood house to have the money. Ooh, she likes the coffee from the place with the
It's a cappuccino and it's delicious.
cappuccino. So, cappuccinos, cookies, and jar candy in there. But we already had cookies.
We still have some.
I dropped one on the ground. I was very upset about it.
Was it the lemon one?
The hazelnut one. Because the stupid crumble box is so flimsy.
Yeah, you would think they
And
would
it-
give it to you in a better situation.
And they crumbled.
As the name.
And I'm going to do this in a different video where I'm going to be like, yeah,
I want.
I'm not really a fan. It's a cookie. It's good. But, oh my God. Why do you want it to crumble that much? All right. Post Road and Washington Boulevard. We got Thomas Edison. Is this the Edison buildings?
Huh?
Is this Edison stuff over here?
I guess so. That's his statue.
That's a statue. Old post office. Poenixville post office. Townspeople stop by the post office like this to pick up and drop off their mail and visit the neighbors to catch up on news during the first decade of the 1900s. Sending colorful and inexpensive postcards became all the rage. Woo. Rage 1910. They did. Where's Leah? Leah's way up here. All right. So, this never ends. Oh my gosh. All right. Edison. We're gonna go see some light bulbs and some filaments and stuff.
Look at the light bulb.
Ford took all these buildings before they got destroyed.
Thomas Edison's Menlo car complex. All right. Oh, how cool is this? Logan, look at that. That's like neat. His office.
That's awesome.
One more. He's gotta come out. Told you. Bless you.
Well, it's like the machine shop.
You know those light bulbs? They look like the ones in our house.
Old-timey filaments.
No.
Machines that made machines.
Connect to other machines.
There we go.
So cool. This is the foreman's office. The Sausage King of Chicago. You could be wearing that shirt today, but Leah forgot it.
I didn't forget it. I thought I put it in there, so there was a thought.
Yeah. So at the post office, they were talking about how colorful postcards were all the rage for sending in the post office and stuff, because they didn't have Instagram.
Oh.
And you couldn't share their locations.
Oh.
So you would be like, yeah, I went to the Wisconsin Dells. What's up? I'm in Detroit.
I'm at the House of Cheese.
House of Cheese. Mouse house. Oh, this is the Park Laboratories. Thomas Edison. Menlo Park Laboratory. Got a guy talking. Let's hear what he has to say.
Out to the houses or businesses. So it really just produces electricity, and it's the same way they produce electricity today, only they're more sophisticated. If you get magnetism, and copper, or they generally use copper, but any conductor, like gold, silver, copper, if you start moving one of them around, spinning them around, they interact with each other to produce electricity. The electrons just become unbalanced right away, and electricity is produced. If you put a piece of rubber here, nothing would happen because rubber is an insulator. It doesn't conduct electricity, but any piece of metal, like gold, copper, silver, will produce electricity with magnets.
So this was not for the research or whatever.
No.
Chemistry nook. Lots of bottles.
As the janitorial crew comes in here with a feather duster. Hello. And very happy she's out here before you, showing people the entire duster. I want to best Edison's chair. But that's the story behind the chair.
I have to find that to look that up.
Yeah.
I know it's really.
Yeah, I remember.
We talked about that a few years ago again.
Because I'm trying to recall. So we recreated one of his. We did living history for many years. We recreated one of his light infantry regiments, and we have a fort named after him here too. Fort Wayne, Detroit. Yeah, that's the never put the.
Love Thomas. And you made out with Thomas.
Yeah, see that train's from Pennsylvania.
How is it?
I'm not sure where it's at, but this is like the well over 20 years.
Thomas is going by.
For day after Thomas.
Bye, Thomas. He didn't even say hi. I'm gonna tell my friend Ringo Starr that Thomas didn't say hi. Out with Thomas, the tank engine. You can see those new Thomas cartoons, man. They're terrible. Why would you not go with the model Thomas trains and just put new people in it, you know? It's not Ringo Starr, man. All right, that's one of the coolest buildings. That second floor was awesome. And the Edison.
Like that, right?
Yeah.
And we're going out. I think we gotta go back in though. We don't want to leave yet. We're not done. So that was the office of
Go there.
This is where the people that work for Thomas Edison would hang out.
This will be like round or something.
Playing cards, learning stuff, playing some Chinese checkers looking stuff, having some pie and some apples. There's the kitchen. Oh, sorry.
I didn't look through it.
In the room next door, it's Mr. Holmes. You can tell which things are his. Girly pictures and fancy bay room.
Yeah. Go up. Go up the stairs. What's he doing? Go upstairs. Go.
Sarah's bedroom. There's Katie's bedroom. And we got 2 outhouses. There's the poop room. A little farm back there. Fireplace. All right, more stuff that shaped America. More experiments. We got shelves. Lots of shelves for stuff. Very cool.
Guys, don't run.
Luther Burbank.
Burbank in the early 20th century. Burbank, an American plant breeder, naturalist, and author, was especially noted for his several decades of study and experimentation. He was particularly concerned with improving agricultural products.
Old slave houses.
Oh, there's your. I was just gonna say, why didn't you get your little guy?
So, switching cameras. We just left the 2 slave houses back there. We didn't go inside, but it seemed like a video was playing, and some information about, you know, a lot of these people had slaves back then, so you can't forget that they weren't perfect.
It wasn't a nice, super nice.
Was it?
Amongst all the cuteness, there was not
All
so
the
nice.
cuteness and all the great things that they did.
There was not nice stuff.
Yeah, slaves were a thing, and the whole War of 1812 and, well, not 1812. What the hell am I talking? That's Indians, man. That's the Indians getting the raw handshake. But that was the Civil War.
All the
All that stuff.
Okay.
Why we're heading back?
We're going to the bridge.
I know.
Huh?
All right, we're entering the porches and parlors. What is that? Toll bridge?
I don't know.
Toll house.
Toll house.
Is it a cookie? Do they got cookies in here? Toll house cookies? Oh. Just where we pay money? But they're making shoes in there. It's a cobbler.
Toddler?
Toddler? Cobbler?
Toddler? No, toddler.
All right. So we got the cover bridge, Burbank, gazebo, a little bit of water.
That's a school bus.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh my god.
We've made it all the way over here. Still got all that down there. All that back up here. The railroad junction. We did a lot of the Liberty Craft Works and the Henry Ford section. A little bit of the railroad junction. So you really want to come back for Christmas?
I would.
Yeah. It's open late. I think they have fires and stuff, and carolers, and
I'm sure it's decorated very cutely.
yeah, we were gonna do it. I don't remember why we didn't. Probably limited time before.
When?
Huh?
When?
Last year, right? We were gonna go.
Was it here? I thought it was going to be I thought it was a different place that we were thinking about going. I didn't know if it was here or not.
No, we're talking. We saw it pop up in our feed, or what have you. But yeah, we got the membership, so
yeah, it's super cute.
we can definitely come back.
Yeah, I would.
I don't know if we're gonna ride any of the cars or anything, but
nah.
Go see a southern plantation, Leah. Oh, not southern. Susquehanna.
What's upstairs?
I don't know. Never been here.
CJ, don't go too far.
Look at that fireplace.
It's big. You can put a lot
If it had a bunch of naked cherubs on it, it would look like Hill House. Right?
That's my
That's the back of the plantation. This person had a lot of slaves. Got butter. CJ! That one up there looks pretty cool. I got a windmill. A couple other things down in this cul-de-sac, and then we're gonna start heading towards the exit, but I want to tell Leah that we're gonna stop in every single building I see. What happened?
It's a windmill.
Windmill.
It's a windmill.
It's a
Menlo.
Plymouth family.
Menlo.
Alright, walk right in front of me. It's cool. Alright. Alright, guys. Alright, the Farris Windmill. Save Farris, everybody. Save Farris.
CJ wants to go to the windmill.
There's sounds of music or something? Just lost a baby. That's what you're supposed to set the parking brake.
Are you ready?
Whoa. It's almost like horseshoes, huh?
Thank you.
Daggett Farmhouse.
CJ, Ryan, come on, slow down.
Hi.
Timber.
Me too. CJ went into 1760. 1760. Yeah. So this house is older than the United States of America.
Oh my God.
Example.
Like,
The top of the chimney.
so the family that were living in this house at that time were British citizens.
There's a door.
And most of the colonists are still okay with that.
Well, I'm gonna get Lydia because she loves
Although it will change soon.
Pretty much we were cold. but because we were hungry.
Mm.
That's how we cooked it.
Well, you know, I thought, before I started working here, I thought you cook with an open fire, that's all you had, right?
Yeah.
With soup and stew. Now, to be honest, we did have the soup today. However, I can do all of the same cooking techniques with an open hearth that I can do with a modern stove. I can bake, I can fry, I can roast,
That's cool.
I can saute. In fact, we can make cheesecake. I love cheesecake.
Where's that?
We had, I'm not going to call my daughter. So the house was built in 1754.
And that's the time that Hamilton was
I'm not going to tell my daughter.
Yes.
You are correct.
She's a big historian.
I'm not going to tell my daughter.
What island was it?
What island was he from? Do you
I'm not
remember?
going to tell my daughter something.
You remember?
B plus.
That's okay. That's okay.
Bahamas?
It was like the Caribbean or something like that.
Yeah, Caribbean something.
Okay.
So somewhere in the there's like a couple hundred islands in the Caribbean. So, and most of the they weren't all had the same names back then that they do now.
Yeah.
So ask who used to live there.
Garden. CJ, your knee's all jacked up, dude. Oh man, dude, oh wow, man, you got that good, huh? Here comes the car. Cotswold Forge.
The blacksmith.
Blacksmithing shop. Look at that glass.
Without realizing it, you've not only just stepped back in time about 100 years, but have also stepped several thousand
Anvil,
miles from
the bellows.
This blacksmith shop was originally built in the village of Snows Hill in Gloucestershire, England. It was owned and operated by a Stanley family. They've been in business there as blacksmiths for at least 300 years.
Well, thank you for telling me, sir.
The shop is outfitted to appear as it would have been in the late 1800s, but apart from a few refinements, it would actually appear familiar to blacksmiths from many hundreds of years before then. Blacksmithing was an elemental trade, both in terms of the activity itself, shaping and manipulating.
It's probably one of the coolest looking buildings out here. Excuse me, ma'am, is this your house?
What?
I want to talk to you about our Lord and Savior. Get out of the dirt. Savages. Alright. I found my favorite house. Ow. This place is awesome. A little information about every single piece of metal in here. Another fireplace. More metals. A lot of closed doors. Wonder what else I can see in this place.
All right, Hanush. Yeah.
Yeah, it's closed. Look at that. This stuff, these things used to work before COVID. And they're back.
Popular during the mid-1700s. On your right is the parlor, or guest room, which was used for entertaining or other special occasions. This was strictly for grand reproductions. Occupied by the family of John Giddings, a prosperous merchant and trader. A bus.
The dictionary guy. Noah Webster. Dictionaries.
This was a common spelling book for children which he brought out in 1783. Great little tool for education. Anybody today going to a public school, getting textbooks like this to read, stories to read, always with a moral after it, you can thank Mr. Webster. This book here, for which he got 1/2 a cent, sold 100 million copies.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, the nights were pretty cold.
What else?
7 girls and 1 boy. I imagine that poor
so
kid
unlucky.
growing up. They loved entertaining, so you did have a lot of guests for dinners and probably a lot of family members. They kind of had almost 3 dozen grandkids running around. I'm sure all of them were here at one time.
I don't know, that's thank you.
Books. That is writings. Is this video? Teach us how to talk. Goats. Goat. Wet. Alright. Alright, that's it for Webster's house. Alright. Noah Webster. Dictionary boy. That was very cool. Alright, now I gotta find Leah. Oh, there she is. And a poem writer. I don't read much of poems. But... Where you going, CJ? The Swiss Chalet. Guy who wrote "Oh Susanna."
There's a piano, there's a guitar, there's a harp, there's a harmonica, there's a ukulele, there's a violin, there's a zither, there's a banjo.
The Schule House.
Don't whisper. I just told you that. What's 8 plus 8? Don't whisper, talk. Okay, what's 18 plus 18? Right.
School teacher house. Is this
Male teachers, who were generally paid more than female teachers, were thought better able to handle his older students. John Chapman taught school for several terms and was remembered more for his ability to maintain order his teaching skills. Henry Ford Butler, Chapman later moved to the neighboring Miller School.
Looks like there's, maybe you can take boats out. Maybe. You think? You think they could take boats out there? That's
Are you
what.
talking to me or are you talking to the camera? Allergies? Yeah. I have some medicine in the car.
Running out of time. We haven't even gotten to the Liberty Hall. What is it? Liberty Hall? That's it? Over there? Black House.
Where the pizza game now? I think in that
Another shul?
Students were asked to share books or bring them from home. Books like the McGuffey Reader,
McGuffey.
Blueback Speller, were passed down.
This is where we put our school jackets.
The readers were filled with stories and lessons.
Alright. Alright. A lot of pollen in the water. Alright, let's go to the chapel. Alright, so we are running out of time. So I'm gonna quickly run into all these buildings and stuff.
Would you like to hear a little history?
Sure.
Of course, yes. So,
Martha Mary Chapel was built on this spot in 1929.
Oh.
It's built on the highest spot in the village. Henry Ford typically tried to purchase historic buildings and have them brought here, but he couldn't find one, a chapel he liked, so he had one built.
Oh, cool. That's funny.
So the chapel is non-denominational, and they've never had formal church services here. It's used for weddings.
Oh, how nice.
So people rent it for weddings. And
Still to this day they do?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And in spring and summer and fall, probably every weekend there's a wedding.
That's crazy.
This little guy's content.
Oh yeah, he's tired. Long day.
Did you come for the Thomas?
No.
Yeah, in a minute.
Nice. I heard you, Logan. Stop.
CJ, come on in.
Anybody need something? There's 5,500 items in here. You have every little thing that you could need back in 1886. Any questions, please ask.
Alright, stop touching.
Don't tell me all you came just to come and see Thomas.
No, didn't know he was here.
Alright?
Starting to rain. Old timey cars. People are hiding under the carousel. That's rain starting. Ooh, trains, model trains. Uh-oh, which one's the green one? Is that James? Is James the green one? Here comes Pepsi. Get your hand off the track. Here comes Thomas. Kids still playing in the rain. Alright, all the games are all packing up.
I got it.
It's Thomas.
So many cave kisses.
Cloud kisses?
So many cloud kisses.
I like it.
Look at Daddy.
Hi.
I can't see you, see?
Hi, buddy.
Hi. We got bubbles. Everyone loves bubbles. This is where we get on the choo-choo. Last train, 4:30.
Maria, just spoil the food. Stop it. Where's the other one?
Put it down.
So is this tomorrow? Thomas tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're doing Thomas, and then next week I'm doing Thomas.
Okay.
Next week I'll be the last weekend.
Okay.
Alright, this is where everyone's hiding out from the rain. DJ, are you singing in the rain?
No, not.
It's the roundhouse. DJ, are you singing in the rain?
No, not.
It's the roundhouse.
And then you can get your strawberry. I chose one. That's for Lydia.
That's more snow.
Snow. Yours is next, CJ.
Tiger blood. Oh no. We're gonna give it some ninja cherries. Love. And blue raspberry. You don't like it?
I don't like Captain. You don't like Island Rush? I like.
We got our ice.
I got
Flavored ice.
tiger's blood and blue raspberry.
I got blue raspberry and ninja cherry. Looking at everything.
I got the whole rainbow.
Look at the water on the mill pond.
I can just sit here and enjoy my thing with my leaf necklace. Whatever the hell this is called.
All right. So we will go back over that way. That's not, it's the opposite way. Ooh, raindrops. Mill pond. It's raining. Raindrops are falling on my head. Come on. You gonna dance with me?
Dance? Huh?
Gonna dance with me?
Oh, yeah, I would love to dance with you in the rain.
Yeah. So tomorrow we will do the museum.
Where's Ryan?
Museum tomorrow.
Okay.
Fun. We're missing a kid. That's alright. Go inside.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. There's a book explosion.
Wait, picture.
Yeah.
Fancy they're going on the water.
How'd you enjoy it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was cute. I like it. I like the historical thingies. Yeah.
It's cool. You didn't see the Webster house, but the Webster house is pretty cool.
Well, next time, maybe when we come back, I'll explore more.
We didn't even get to see everything. We have to come back tomorrow.
I thought we were going to another place tomorrow.
All right, there's tomorrow's Henry Ford Museum tomorrow. Today, it's Greenfield Village. Thomas, the tank engine. We didn't come here for it, but it happened. All right, so that is the end of our Greenfield Village.
Huh? Now I have to get out.
Yeah?
My hand's stuck.
Okay.
It's stuck in the button.
In the kettle corn. Yes. All right, so we just finished Greenfield Village at the Henry Ford. Do we call that the museum? We're gonna do the museum tomorrow. We got our book.
We can call it the historical village.
The historical village, yes, I think so.
I think that's
like
what we're calling it.
Old World Wisconsin's cool. It's got all period buildings and stuff, but it's not people's houses.
Right.
You
There's
know.
nothing on this.
Yeah. This was awesome.
This was good. I liked it.
Yeah, we didn't drive the Model T cars. It looked like there was a little bit more stuff. So I got the book. So I'm going to read about all these other houses and all these other families and stuff.
Yes.
I mean, there was like a poet guy and
a bunch of stuff.
Guy that wrote Oh Susanna and stuff, you know. I have no idea who he is, but he's important. He's big.
Webster
right?
guy was there.
Yes, and the Webster Dictionary guy had a house there, and a whole bunch of books and stuff, and how he made his fortune wasn't because of the dictionary. Yeah. It was because of these short stories or whatever that he wrote and stuff, and he got like a penny per copy, but he sold millions of copies.
Right.
So that's how he made his fortune, and then he kept writing, you know, short. Was it short? I don't know.
We don't know.
I recorded the person talking, so they'll know.
Yeah. Gonna come back.
But yeah, we got the annual membership, which saved us money. We're gonna come back tomorrow before we hit the road and head back to Chicago. See all the cars and the planes and everything that's inside the museum, which I don't even think we're gonna have enough time to do that. So, but
true.
This is awesome.
This is awesome.
And it's a reason to come to Detroit. Yeah. Probably one of the only 2 reasons to come to Detroit.
It's nice.
But there's that German town up north from here and stuff that sounded really cool. That like to check out. Yeah.
Yep.
Pound of bacon on a BLT.
And then a pound of bacon for your side.
In for my side? I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
So that sounds amazing.
That sounds cool.
So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, let us know what you think of the video and whether or not you've been here or what not we missed, or I was knocked over the camera. And yeah, and we will see you guys later. Wait.